Friends, thank you for watching my channel. I just want to remind you, if you need wallpaper, go to www.wallpaperboulevard.com. Tell them Spencer sent you. In fact, if you use my hashtag, Spencer Colgan is wallpaper, they'll be sure to give you a 10% off at your checkout. No matter how much you order, they have a wide selection of wallpaper. Check it out. This is a Philip Jeffries 54-inch Mylar vinyl wall covering. Easy to hang, easy to hang. If you were starting out, you would hang this like a pro if you had basic wallpaper hanging skills. You read your instructions first all the time, making sure that you free yourself from any liability by getting familiar with what the manufacturer wants you to do with their product. Okay? It's all about liability. That's all those disclaimers are about. Now, let's apply some common sense and find out why is it that we need to reverse hang this product. You see this raised texture? Did you ever see an asphalt street being installed in your city or your area? You know the roller they use when they come along after they put it down, and you see the roller pushing down the asphalt to make it flat, right? And you might see at night some of those imperfections in their work when you see how it's impressed here and not over here, etc. Do you think that the raised texture that you're looking at right there on the edge is as high here as it is here? This is on the outside, right? Nothing, no weight is pressing it down. But do you see how tight it's rolled? Even so far as to make the inner part so tensely rolled that it's indented here. The product is in. Do you think that the pressure on these first 10 to 15 yards or so are not compressed so much as to make a compression differential between here and here? In other words, in here, shouldn't we expect to see this? Look at that. I just flattened it out. But over here, it's more defined. But here it's flat. You can even feel it. So, if I'm storing this, if I manufacture this in January, and I get around to selling it in March, this wall covering that has lived here for 3 months will have a different compression than the wall covering that has lived on the outer part for 3 months. Consequently, this sheet will be of one shade, and the sheets from here will reflect light at a different angle, because the pressure has changed the angle at which light reflects off of the wallpaper, the wall vinyl. Do you see it? You see that? You can see the end, right? Right there. So if that's compressed and changes the angle at which the light hits the wall covering here, let's exaggerate that condition and consider the effects of this compression on the sheet. Because it's inevitable to have angular flashing caused by compression on the center of this roll, the remedy is to simply change the angle at which the light hits the wall covering so that you can reduce, not eliminate, so that you can reduce the effects of angular flashing given by your wall covering. So if your sheet is at the top of the roll and your next sheet comes from toward the middle, the way to deceive the eye from perceiving the stark difference between this one and this one is to simply change the direction at which the wall covering presents itself to the eye. Your eye will want to see a perfect match from this sheet to this one, but it won't. If you put this sheet next to this one and you don't reverse this one, the angular flashing will be so different between this one and that one that you'll say they look like different colors. It's not so. It's just the difference in the way the light is hitting the sheet. And to reduce that effect, we simply hang this one at the top and we label top. We cut it here, pull the next sheet, and we label this top bottom on the second sheet, and this part the top. And we do that for every other sheet. And this is why we have A and B sheets. If I cut it for the first time, this is my first sheet, this is A. When I cut it the second time, this sheet becomes B. And I turn it around 180 degrees so that the top comes from the bottom and the bottom comes from the top. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, just do it and you'll benefit from the instruction.